How's it going, guys? Magnitudex here from GamersBeverage, bringing you another Assassin's Creed Revelations video. And like most of you guys know, I got a huge stash of videos that I usually keep up with, and I've really, kind of let sit for a really long time, where now I'm just pushing them out with some commentaries. But I decided to actually sit down and play some Assassin's Creed Revelations the other day. And this is probably, I think, the first or second game back into Assassin's Creed Revelations. And you gotta mind that it's been almost a month and a half to 2 months since I actually played the game itself. So a little rusty, I didn't do as well as I wanted it. And I know a lot of the times YouTubers don't really post up games unless they, annihilate somebody completely, or they, come in first or very close where it's like a tie or something. But I'll be honest with you guys, I was very rusty in this game. I really didn't do as well as I wanted to, but I managed to kind of hold my own. And even though that you guys will probably see the score at the end, I didn't do as well, and I think my score actually was doubled by the next person above me. But nonetheless, it's a little bit of a learning curve for me, a little bit of an interesting game. And obviously there are some issues in the game that do happen that I don't want to say, directly contribute to the person winning, that whoever was in first place, but may have given the person a little bit of an unfair advantage in all the sense. But let's get into the game. I'm just kind of hanging out in this blend group, and this is kind of a lot of the times you guys will see me do this. And if you guys watch my videos, it's going to be very easy for you guys to pick me out in like Deathmatch, or pick me out in a certain game mode, because you guys already know like what I do. I'm a creature of habit, and I like to sit around in specific areas of the game and wait till my my pursuers come up or my targets come up. And I'm not the type of person that I offensively play this game. I don't really like rushing out and being like just going for that guy. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna hunt my pursuers. I'm definitely not gonna hunt my my targets as much as I possibly can. I try to stay a little bit in my little comfort zone, and I try to do as much as I possibly can from a little safe haven right here. And you guys will notice that I always come back to this certain area. And there are a lot of YouTubers out there that play very offensively. Like the first one that pretty much comes to mind is AB Xantos. I see that guy constantly just going full out offensive on defense. Like if he's playing manhunt and he's on the defensive round, he's gonna go and search people out and start stunning them, and that's just how he plays the game. But that's just not my play style. I try to keep it very casual, try to let the people come to me. And in the sense, it does kind of work also, because you can easily get some incognitos and silence, and maybe even a hidden bonus and whatnot in the game. But it does slow down your gameplay quite a bit, and when it slows down your gameplay quite a bit, that means you're not gonna get those huge points. So if you guys are a lot of times heading for 10Ks and 15Ks and whatnot, you literally have to play this game very offensively on every single round. Now this little spot right here, I didn't quite understand how this managed to happen. I think he's the Crusader. That's it. The Crusader, who was played by the Fur MX. He barely even touched me. Like he wasn't even close to me at that point, and I was already poisoned. And the poison looked like it almost worked immediately, and I was very like baffled by what the hell just happened. And I'm like thinking to myself, like I wasn't overly too close to the guy. Like he didn't get so close to me that I was poisoned. And there's still that smoke bomb. He was preoccupied with someone else, and I was very curious at how he had actually poisoned me so quickly in the game. At least especially in that area where I didn't even see his stun prompt come up, nothing, and I was already poisoned by him. So later on in the game, it kind of just reveals itself as to how he was able to do that. I do believe it was a little bit of lag that actually played into it, and I'll point out a few things where you guys can see where the game starts breaking down a little bit too much, and then stuff starts going down. So I'm gonna try to hunt down this Jester, but unfortunately I ended up getting roofed by the Vizier right here. And a lot of the times when you're playing these maps, when there's rooftops all over the place, I try to stay in areas where I'm not gonna find myself in a predicament to get roofed. I try to avoid those areas, and sometimes you just can't get away from it. sometimes you just, you know, there's not much you can really do. Or even if you go into, you know, it almost seems like you're gonna get a surefire kill right there, but I just wasted a two times multiplier. I'm sure I probably could have used that a lot better with, you know, waiting in a blend group or something like that. And you know, you don't want to waste things like that, and you don't want to do anything stupid like this right here. I was trying to get over to the other edge right here, because I'm thinking like, okay, a lot of people walk past there, and if I can just hang on that ledge, maybe I can get a grab kill, work my way towards up some varieties. And I ended up just getting roofed again. It almost like the guy just went right through the roof, but it's understandable with the lag in the game a little bit. You know, the graphics are going to collide with themselves. But I don't know why it always kind of just happens to me a lot of the times when people just seem to get these impossible kills off on you. And I see it a lot on other people's channels also. And you know, like I listened to a commentary early on, but I think it was Rain and Stormwake that he was doing a commentary. He was doing a pretty nice match on Galata, playing some Assassinate, I believe. And he was talking about how, you know, he talked with some of the Ubisoft guys, and you know, they're still promising us these fixes, but I'm just kind of weary at the point of where, like, when are these fixes going to come? Because the game is pretty much just, you know, at the end of its life cycle. Like, it's already, you know, end of April almost, and at this point, if you guys remember last year, Assassin's Creed Revelations was being announced in May at E3, I believe it was, and you know, we started seeing, you know, everything geared towards Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Brotherhood was just pretty much dropped off the map. And I'm kind of having this feeling that it's going to happen again to this game. And once Assassin's Creed 3 comes out, you know, they're making the promises of, you know, it's going to be a great matchmaking system, and not to sound like a broken record, but they were doing the same thing. And with Revelations, you know, like, oh, we fixed the matchmaking system, you know, you get into the game quicker now, and then we get Assassin's Creed Revelations, and the matchmaking system's fucked even more than Brotherhood was. Like, you can't even get out of a game that's, like, you can't get out of a lobby when you press the play now option or the custom match option. You have to wait until you get into the game until you can, you know, back out, and it just wastes time. And right now you guys can see the Crusader doing, I don't know what the hell he's doing, but I'm assuming it's attributed to leg. There's something going on right there. You don't even see his legs moving. He's just kind of gliding along like he's on some invisible skateboard or something like that. And then I see the Renegade coming in for me, and I knew he was probably going for his target, so I must have saved somebody right there. I got the 50-point bonus for Savior, and it was just lucky enough that I was in that certain area where he went for that kill, and I probably should have waited a little bit. But I was in a spot where I know he ran past me. He would have seen my stun prompt come up, so he would have probably come back for me right here. And the problem with the Crusader lagging a little bit like this is the fact that I was unable to get any points off of this guy, because I kept trying to kill him, and it kept going into contested kills. And it's just a matter of timing and lag right there. I ended up getting kicked in the ass by the Trickster, but that's alright. Let's just keep playing this game. About 2 minutes left, so we'll just keep going and see if I can finally get this Crusader off. And I keep losing my targets. And you'll know, I've also noticed in some other gameplays that people will actually try to purposely lose their targets. Like, they will, it works best in Assassinate. Like, if you log on to someone and somebody else kills them, lock onto someone and somebody else kills them, counts as you know, a lost target or whatever it is, and you try to do that a little bit, you know, in the game, so you can actually get that 2 times bonus and then max your points out basically. And then if you plan a perfect, you know, kill at the end, like you can just get a grab kill, a focus, or something like that, you're gonna get a shitload of points. And it works great actually, you know, to get those points and boost you up, even if you're, you know, at the point of your, you know, on the verge of, you know, taking on to first or second, and you need those points. It's really easy to kind of assure yourself those maximum points. So if you do have the opportunity and you do have the 2 times bonus, not that I'm really condoning this kind of thing, because it's almost considered like offensively smoke bombing people, you know, kind of assuring yourself that you're gonna get a decent score by, you know, forcing a 2 times bonus on yourself. You know, people do it. You know, I guess it's kind of a thing of Assassin's Creed. You can't really get around it. People will do certain things in the game to get ahead. just like, you know, they offensive smoke bomb you, focus you, and then poison you. Can't get out of that. There's things that people do, and you know, some of the community might look down on it, and others might just say, you know, it's fine, in moderation. But if you get done, if something like that happens to you like 50 times in a match, like, people are gonna freak out and people are gonna go crazy and like just go ballistic on you. But that's pretty much the end of the match. As you guys can see, I was almost doubled by my point score. We both had the same, you know, 10 kills, and he just, you know, maxed out his points as much as possible. I'm sure he got some grab kills, probably got some, you know, focuses and poisons and whatnot on there, especially that one poison off of me. And, you know, it's not my best game, but I do want to show you guys a multitude of games, not just, you know, any good games that I play, but anything that I play. So, until later, guys, I'm Magnitudex, signing out, and stay thirsty.